Listen up. Your customers, our listeners, could be hearing about your business right now. Yeah, right now. Don't miss out on the opportunity to advertise with NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Call our business department today at 504-475-4793 to hear about our great rates. NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. We provide the people, you provide the business.
New year, new show. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl, Dr. Rhonda M Lawson, and I'm coming back at you with the new year of Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions. And this year, we're moving to Monday night with brand new exciting guests and engaging literary conversation. And we want our listening audience to be there with us because this is going to be a year you will not forget. Catch us every Monday night, 7 p.m., right here on the New Orleans Talk Network. And you can also reach us on the Meet the World Image Solutions Facebook page, the Meet the World Image Solutions YouTube page, and we're on Podbean, iTunes, and Google Play. So catch us every Monday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. See you there.
Listen up. Your customers, our listeners, could be hearing about your business right now. Yeah, right now. Don't miss out on the opportunity.
You're tuned into Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions.
Now New Orleans has a choice. Download the New Orleans Talk Network app for your mobile device or listen at www.neworleanstalknetwork.com.
This program does not reflect the views and opinions of the New Orleans Talk Network. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your girl, Dr. Rhonda M Lawson, and I am back with a new episode of Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions. And as you can see, I have some company in the studio tonight because we're going to talk about this thing called relationships. Now, this all started, so some of you may have seen it. I did this post, I guess it was about a week ago, and I said that dating in New Orleans is horrible, basically.
Yeah, that's what you said.
Yeah, I said that. And I meant it from the bottom of my heart. I'm not saying that there are no good men. There are. There's some wonderful men out there. But unfortunately, often, and it could be because I was told it's the same way in other cities. But you have to kiss so many frogs to get to that good one.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. And then, it all came to a head a couple of days ago. I don't know if you guys heard about the basketball player who just married a white girl over in Canada.
And
he lives
called.
in Toronto. And I guess a black man was kind of going back and forth with him on Instagram. And he was basically saying, she's with you for your money. And the basketball player was saying, well, I live in Toronto. There's mostly white people here. I was going to meet a white girl. He said, yeah. But if you were working at a pizza place, living in Toronto, do you think you would have married her? And he was like, just keep it real. And then the basketball player says, well, what should I have done? Should I have just married a bulldog just to... Yes. And so, Black Twitter went off.
Ooh, I like it.
Yes.
I think personally that we have to, first of all, allow people to have their own choice.
Mm-hmm.
And when we begin to stop seeing people for color, although I'm telling you, I'm Black Power all day long.
Yes.
Now, y'all know I've dated outside of my race, but now, as my self-esteem has went up higher, and I'm not saying the basketball player has low self-esteem, I'm just saying it's something that I want. And I believe that we have to give the people the right to their own choices.
Absolutely.
If for whatever reason, like he said, first of all, the odds of him, of what he was meeting, was going to be such. Mm-hmm. And as long as they're happy, hey, go ahead on with it.
I totally agree. I don't really blame anybody for who they choose.
Right.
My only issue is that when you decide to date out of your race, that does not give you license to disregard or to insult the women in your race. So
Absolutely.
I took
Why did he
exception.
insult him?
Well,
Yeah,
I took
yes, I
exception.
did too.
I
I
took
think it's
exception
very
with him
insulting.
calling black women
Black
bulldogs.
dogs.
Oh, wow.
No. I didn't take it from that perspective.
Yeah.
I just took it from the perspective that he's saying, look, should I lower my standards or should I just because I'm dating, you want me to go, and get
No,
this? I didn't take it as he was saying.
I just feel
calling
like
black women
personally,
bulldogs.
I just feel like personally, a lot of our black men have been programmed to believe that another color is better than you.
Right, and especially when they get to a certain financial status.
Exactly. I don't care what you say is true. They've been programmed since slavery to think that lighter is better.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? You dark, she's dark, I'm dark. They'll overlook us to go to not judging any woman of color or character, but they'll pick another woman who's light-skinned with the good hair because that's what society makes them think. That's what. Look at Eddie Murphy. Look at all these celebrities. What are they marrying? They're not marrying us. They're marrying some other race. But all their lives, the white woman, she's always known how to be catered to. Black women don't know what that's about.
I don't know. I can't say that, y'all. I really can't. Like, I get a lot of black men. Literally. Every day, I probably get approached about 6 to 10 times by a black man. So I don't know that deficit.
But do the black man think you're good enough to be by his side? Then why are so many of our black athletes, why are so many of our black entertainers marrying the opposite
Let's say
color?
this. First of all, it's all about product placement. Let me explain.
Okay, let me
explain.
Yeah.
Product placement is, where are we? Are we in their facility? Who are they mostly being around? Or you are at the basketball games on the bottom level and getting the floor seats, or are you trying to get all the way up to the top?
Right.
You got to understand it's about product placement.
I'm with her on I'm with her on that. What we cannot do,
agree.
we cannot complain about meeting men who are not on our socioeconomic status if we are constantly going to places where men on our socioeconomic status are not.
That's all I'm
That's
saying.
not true.
Yeah.
I'm
I mean,
not
for
gonna
real
hold
though,
with
it's
that.
all about product placement.
Okay, well, what I'm saying, okay. Everybody likes to go to a hole in the wall every once in a while.
Right.
But the chances of meeting a banker, a financial broker, a CEO in that hole in the wall are going to be very low.
You gotta know where you're present. So the thing about it is, when you want something, you have to go to that particular area.
I agree.
So who's there?
I received that.
Thank you, because it's real. I like reality.
Oh yeah.
So that's what it's about.
You want to be up there, then you need to
gotta
be up there. You know, at
You
least
can't
get the
be
residue.
at the top.
The thing
You can't be
is-
in the way at the top if you want somebody at the bottom on the field.
Right.
You gotta open your legs at the bottom, baby. Hey, when he playing the basketball.
I understand all of that, ladies. I agree
You
on
gotta
on
confuse
that.
him a little bit on
But
that.
let's be honest.
I'm just saying you gotta confuse him when he
I
on that
understand that,
court,
but
baby.
sometimes I don't even think it's about that. I just think it's about us as women too, in the way they look at us sometimes.
No.
Because you can be in that social circle.
How are you gonna feel adequate
Well,
when you're in that circle?
Exactly.
Well,
No,
right quick.
you, the person,
Yeah.
because it's energy.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
So if you go to that circle and you automatically feel defeated, you're defeated. But if you go in that circle and you own it,
Confident.
I absolutely agree with you. By the way, we just jumped into this conversation. You probably wonder who these crazy women are.
Well,
all right. So I have a point to make, but before I make that point, I do want to introduce you to the ladies on the panel. And I'll start with this lovely lady right here. Her name is Miss Christine Penn. She is the author of Girl, Stop Tripping.
Girl, y'all need to stop tripping in here.
And what is Girl Stop Tripping all about?
Well, Girl Stop Tripping is actually a memoir. It's a memoir of a young girl growing up, going through life with different struggles, also struggling in relationships, of a woman who's been married, single, and divorced. Okay. So I feel I can speak on this panel about every position that a woman's been in from experience, because you can only talk from experience. Right. You can't talk about something you think you know or something you think you've been through. I've been divorced, I've been married, and I've been single. So I feel that I can talk on all those levels.
And you're married now.
And I'm married now, 8 years. Shout out here, Annie. Hey!
All right, that's enough. Okay. Now this lovely lady right here with the golden voice. This is Miss Joy Orleans. She is a jazz singer. She's an actress, a wonderful mother.
Thank you. Wow, thanks a lot. Nice to meet you guys. I'm glad to be here. And I'm learning. I'm learning from all these beautiful women what they have to say about relationships. I've been married, I've been divorced, and I've been single, and I'm single now. So if anybody else, I'm joking. Call it.
Now, this lovely woman on the end is a television personality. She's a hostess. She's just doing so many things.
I'm excited.
This is Renada Collins.
Yes. Thank you guys so much for having me here, Rhonda. I definitely do appreciate this
Oh,
opportunity.
thank you for being here.
Thank you so much. So as you said, I do the Love and Wisdom show where I love talking about relationships. I also host Forbidden Conversations. So I'm not edgy, I'm over the edge.
Okay.
And then I have my perfume line, and I authored 9 books, and I'm working on the 10th book right now to be published in the beginning of the year. But I love people, but I love men. But I love talking about things that people don't want to talk about. And my slogan is, I can't teach you anything, I can only make you think.
Yes. Yes.
All right.
I love it. Now, the point that I was going to make, I just wanted to make sure we got those introductions out, is if you all remember the movie Straight Outta Compton, if you remember that movie, when they were casting for that movie, there was a casting call that went out, and they said that there was the A tier, the B tier, the C, and the D. And basically, the A tier were the light-skinned girls with the long silky hair. The B tier were the light-skinned girls who were maybe a little bit heavier than the real thin ones, but on the bottom were the dark-skinned girls. So even though I understand, because I'll tell you, when I walk into a room, I always feel like I'm the most beautiful woman there. However, there still is a stigma that darker-skinned women are not as beautiful.
That's a lot.
And I know.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that there is still that stigma that darker-skinned women are not as beautiful or are not as good enough. And then it often gets perpetuated when you look at the athletes, the actors, and so forth, who are married to either white women or light-skinned women. There aren't as many married to dark-skinned women. Now, I'm not saying it's wrong, because I'm going to tell you, when I get married again, that man's going to have it going on. I don't care what color he is. Right. And like I said, when I walk into a room, I do feel like I'm the most beautiful thing there, which everybody should feel that way. Right. However, I'm not going to say that I'm blind to the stigma that's out there.
Right on. Yeah. I totally agree. My thing is that what I've learned, because remember, I had low self-esteem at one time. Mm-hmm. When I had low self-esteem, you want me to tell you who I was dealing with? People outside of my race. Now that I have high self-esteem, girl, I'm telling you, not to say that they're any less than me, it's just that I know who I am. And when I procreate, I want to procreate with the darkest man alive, because this melanin is rich.
Right now.
This melanin is real rich. So I don't take their choices as a reflection of who I am.
Absolutely.
I take it as a reflection of where they are. And it's a pity on you for not taking the opportunity, to getting to meet me.
Absolutely.
So therefore, it's all their thing, and it's okay, because it's not to say that they're happy. I say this here one time. It's not saying it's product placement.
Yep.
What is the goal? What are they moving towards? It's an image that they're selling.
A lot of us live off images.
Right. Exactly.
It's an image.
It's an image. And when they begin to live for themselves and not for society, then at that time they can make an authentic decision.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
And but we just have to make sure that we are ready. We can't just get, like you said, we can't go into this situation. We can't go to that classy bar, so to speak, where all of the rich men are, and then we're sitting there looking mousy and playing with our hair. And then the other thing, we don't want to be sitting around. Like, there's a lady on YouTube, I absolutely love her. She calls them pick-meshas. The people who sit at the bar and they just keep looking around, waiting for somebody to pick them. We don't want to do that. We need to walk in with confidence. Yeah. But before we continue, we do have to take a quick break. Okay. So what I want you guys to do, I hope you're enjoying this conversation. It's going to get even better very, very shortly. So if you want to be a part of this conversation, make sure that you call in. And you can also comment on the video, and we will read your comments live. But we really want to hear your voice. We really want you to call in. And this will not be a man-hating session.
No, I don't do that.
Yes, this will not be a man-hating.
I don't do that.
Men, we invite you to call in. We love you. We appreciate you. Absolutely. All right, the phone number is 563-999-1808. That's 563-999-1808. 1888. Call in and be a part of this conversation. We'll be right back.
Talk Network, now on your mobile device, on your computer, in your ear, and interactive. It's new, it's innovative, and it's on your mobile device. Android, iPhone, iPad, and on your computer. Take us wherever you go. Because we're interactive. 504-341-TALK. That's 504-341-8255.
New year, new show. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl, Dr. Rhonda M Lawson, and I'm coming back at you with the new year of Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions. And this year, we're moving to Monday night with brand new exciting guests and engaging literary conversation. And we want our listening audience to be there with us because this is going to be a year you will not forget. Catch us every Monday night, 7 p.m., right here on the New Orleans Talk Network. And you can also reach us on the Meet the World Image Solutions Facebook page, the Meet the World Image Solutions YouTube page, and we're on Podbean, iTunes, and Google Play. So catch us every Monday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. See you there.
The New Orleans Talk Network, now on your mobile device. On your computer.
Dr. Rhonda M Lawson, and I am sitting here with this panel of lovely women, and we are talking about relationships. And now one thing I want to do is I want to turn it around a little bit. We talked about black men who date outside their races, but what do you think about black women who date outside their races? And I know you say you've dated outside your race. I have dated outside my race. Now, I will tell you, I was in a long-term relationship with a Puerto Rican man at one time. And we had a great relationship. We were talking about getting married and everything. And then one night, I'm never going to forget this. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning. And my phone rang. And at first, it woke both of us up. It scared the mess out of me. And I picked it up, and it was some guy. I wasn't even dating him. It was just some guy, I guess, like me. I think he was drunk or something. He was like, why don't you call me? I was like, what is wrong with this dude? So I hung up the phone. And I got ready. And it was still dark in the room. I'm feeling around for the phone. I pick it up. And I hung it back up, and I got ready to get back in bed. And he goes, that nigga woke me up. And I was like, and I froze. And it was dark in the room. So he couldn't see my face. But I had to talk myself off a ledge because I was about to cuss him out and kick him out of my house.
Right.
Wow. And I was sitting there like, okay, he's Puerto Rican. He's from New York. Puerto Ricans from New York think they can say this. Kind of like J-Lo thinks that she can say the N-word. And I had to tell myself this. And I told him days later, I said, you almost got cussed out and kicked out of my house. He's like, what do you mean? What happened? And I told him that I didn't appreciate the fact that he had said that word. And he said, well, it's not a big deal to us in New York. We say it all the time. And I'm like, well, I don't even like saying it. So I know I don't want to hear you say it. Right. So I think that often when we date outside our race, sometimes we have to
be prepared.
Yeah, we have to be prepared. But at the same time, that person that we're dealing with should know what it is that's going to trigger us.
Well, they're going to know if they never experienced
it. They should know because we need to talk. We have to have that conversation. But I didn't know at that time that he said the word. So when he said the word, we had that conversation because I could have just kept it inside of me. And then he said it again, and maybe I would have exploded at the wrong time. Exactly. But I wound up telling him not when I was angry, but when I was able to calm down.
And then you know that people from the South are different from people
from
the North.
Right.
As a reflection of what offends us or not. Mm-hmm. Right. So I think that plays a huge part.
It does. I would like to share. It's just so ironic that we having this conversation because I was on the phone with a friend of mine he's black, and he was like, "Listen." Because he watched the show today that I was on, and he was like, I tell you, I think I'm done with the black women. I'm just about to go Asian.
Mm.
I said, oh, okay. I said, well, you know what? He said, I got a friend who told me he's with an Asian woman and never had a problem. I said, I like that you said that. I said, what I've learned is whatever we focus on is what we get. I said, you see, when I went into the relationship and I was dating outside my race, I thought he was good. You know why? Because society told me this man do not come with issues. So I didn't focus on that. Society told me that black men come with issues. So I focused on that. But now since my mindset has changed, right? I don't focus on the black man being an issue. So when I talk to my men, it's not an issue. Because you know what? My mindset changed because I deem what to focus on.
It is all about mindset, because we do this when we society media often tells us that there are no good black men. All the black men are in jail, or they're gay, or this and that and the other.
I think it's just all about baggage. A lot of us women have baggage.
What we focus on.
So we do a comparison, and we have baggage, so we take it into relationship. He dogged me out, so he gonna dog me out. We haven't gotten over that.
I can say I did. So what about? I really can. And that's because, and I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay.
Okay. I can honestly say I have gotten over my baggage now. Am I 100% over my baggage? No. But I'm like 85% over my baggage, which I think is a whole lot
part of
lighter.
getting over your baggage is giving yourself some space
That's
in between
that's
relationships.
Exactly.
Like, for
I
instance,
agree with that.
There's this whole slogan, the best way to get over one is to get another one.
Oh, thank you, Lord. I'm just saying.
The problem with that, I just got out of a relationship a few months ago. Had I jumped into another relationship, I would have carried that baggage.
Well, this is the thing. I was married for 17 years, and I stayed single for 7 because I needed to get.
Well, I won't stay single for 7 more years, though.
No, it's been 2 for me, and I tell you, I'm tired.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm ready to move on.
But see,
I get this. This is, in my own opinion, I think in my own opinion, I think what's necessary. Let me say this. What I think is necessary is not to have an anticipation on what's next and allow what's next happen.
Absolutely.
When we say, you know what, I ain't gonna get, man, you're gonna get that. But if you don't anticipate what's supposed to happen next and let whatever happen next happen, it should happen.
Well,
because men are able to move forward not because they don't have anticipation. They allow life to happen.
Ooh,
well,
that's
it's
good,
not. But
girl.
then I'm gonna just,
That's what I'm about to do. I'm about to put a wanted ad up. I'm gonna put it in the wanted ad.
Come on,
I understand
Christine.
that. But I'm going to give my experience.
Okay.
When I was looking for a husband.
Okay.
Now I went to the spiritual side. I asked God Himself for my husband. Sometimes we have to acknowledge something a little bit more in control of us than ourselves.
Okay.
So what I did was I wrote it. I actually did write down what I wanted in a man. Because I got tired of the abuse, the riff-raff, the men that lie. I had a spy. It's in my book. I talked about the different relationships. I dated the married man, and he was getting the best of both worlds. I dated the crook, the murderer. I dated them all. So I just got tired. And it's a point in our lives when we do get tired. And then I started reflecting and saying, is something wrong with me?
You change your intentions.
So what I did was I no longer focused on what I wanted, but I started saying, Tina, God made me. What do He want from me? So then I started, and I started going to church and just meditating on me and what God wanted in my life.
But the key to that is patience, and often we don't want to be patient. Just like we were saying, okay, I don't know if I want to be single for 7 years. So we try everything we can not to be single for those 7 years.
God, but this is the thing. Whoever God has for you, He'll prepare you for that person.
Right.
And He knew that I was not ready to be married again. I still had some growing up to do. I was a selfish. See, sometimes we as women don't want to acknowledge who we are. Well, I was a selfish person. Very selfish.
I like that you say that because just recently, I was like, you know what, God, I'm going to need you to go ahead and do this for me. And God, I was saying, give me God said, Renata, cut out. I said, what are you saying? God said, just let's be on one accord, boo. I said, okay, God, let's be on one accord.
I like that.
Yeah, God was like, I don't have to keep changing you if we on one accord. You don't always got to be fixed if we on one accord. That that means that we're going to allow life to flow. So I said, okay, God, let's get on one accord.
Yeah.
But the Bible also says, write your vision.
And make it plain.
And make it
Write
plain
the vision and
unto
make it
him.
plain.
So
That's
I
why-
wrote my vision of what I wanted in a man.
That's
And
why you have to
I know
get on one
TD
accord.
Jakes said,
That's how you get on
Okay,
one
we
accord.
only supposed to ask for 5, but I asked for 26
Okay,
characters.
but there's another piece to that. As you're writing down what it is that you want in a man, you need to also make sure that you're getting yourself prepared.
That's right. That's
Because
exactly what I said.
when Naomi told Ruth to go for Boaz,
Yes,
she
yes.
said,
Come on
prepare
now.
yourself.
Prepare. That's
Yes.
it.
Come
You
on
gotta
now.
She
prepare
prepared
yourself.
herself and she
That's
positioned
right.
herself.
You right.
I'm
You right.
prepared. I'm over. Let me joke.
Next.
I've been prepared
But
for a
see,
long time.
I
I'm
had to
ready.
make a good point according
I'm
to
ready.
what she just said.
Right.
Because what you just said was about Naomi telling Ruth, right? This is the issue that the most black women have. Y'all ready for this?
Okay,
Let's do it.
Who was Boaz to Ruth?
they were related.
By her husband's
Yeah.
side. But we have an issue because somebody just broke up with somebody.
Interesting.
And now we have this code, but that was the next kinman in line.
You're
Right.
right about
But
it.
that's the issue. How we gonna ask for
Well,
Boaz,
I'm
but we don't even
sorry.
want the
I
cousin?
married my neighbor.
Well, what's the cousin? That's another show.
That's
Yeah,
what
that
you
is
wait a minute. What
another
you say?
show.
How come you don't want the husband? You want a Boaz, but you don't want the cousin.
I know what you're saying.
Boaz is the cousin.
But the thing
he
is,
was next. He was a next
but
cousin.
I agree with you, but you never
I'ma
know
be like
who it's
cousin.
gonna be because
I
I
ain't
never
turning
ever
nothing
thought that I
down.
would be married to my neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
I married the neighbor, and my ex-husband can't stand it, but I married the neighbor because I had no idea that I was praying for a man that I
And
already
he was right next door.
familiar with.
Yeah, and another part of that is
Won't
making
do it.
sure that you, when you're praying for this, sometimes he may come in a package that you're not prepared
Exactly.
to.
That's right.
Oh,
That's
see.
right. That's right.
So you have, I mean, a lot of times I'll say, Father, if this person is for me, open my eyes.
Girl,
so I
I
can
used to
see
say
Can I
that
say
for
something
who?
else?
Yes,
This is
guys.
the next thing because y'all
This
know I'm
is
biblical
good.
around here, right? So
Well.
the thing about it is, people ask God to to send a man, but God would never give you nobody. Even when God gave Adam to Eve, gave Eve to Adam. He didn't give Eve to Adam to throw. He presented
Right.
Eve, and Adam had to make his decision
Okay.
on if that's what he wanted. See, we be thinking that God is going to force somebody in our lives. No,
Right.
God is going to present you. God is going to present
Well,
him,
he took
and you have the right to
and
make
be
a choice.
and
Yes,
be open.
biblical.
Yeah, you got to be open. You
I
do.
put this on my Facebook page one time for all these women to say, I'm waiting on God to send me a man. I said, all right, y'all keep saying that. And I say,
Jesus.
if a man comes and knocks on your door and said, God told me that you are going to be my wife, y'all will be thinking this man is a nut, and you would slam the door and you call the police
That's
on him.
not the way he
Right.
operates.
Exactly.
That's
But
not
you
the
know
way he
what? And
operates.
so let me tell you something else. So I know a couple of different guys, right? Not the ones I'm talking about to me personally, but people that I communicate with.
Right.
And they be like, man, these women come up here talking about God sent me to them. I'm like, I know they crazy. Huh? So you know how many women go to men and say that God told me that you're my husband? No. God may have presented him to you and said this is an option for you, but don't be sitting around acting like God commanded him
here's
for
the
you.
other thing.
Because
God,
God would never command us.
people drag God into a whole
God is
lot
God
of
of
mess
free will.
sometimes.
You can't
He
tell
is
me
God
God
of
is a
free
God
will.
of free will and they're gonna say He commanded you
No,
to be my
the
spouse.
problem. No, the thing is,
No,
you also
no.
need to pray for discernment because
Exactly.
people will drag God into something.
For their
How many
benefit.
people have had somebody come to them and say, "I'm testifying," but they're not testifying; they test the lion. They're they're
Yes.
pressed of the lion.
Yes.
And
Well,
basically, what
yes.
and the
The
Yes.
Bible said, "Try the spirit by the spirit."
yeah, but what I'm
But what
saying
you
is,
saying-
what I'm saying is, there are going to be people who will say, God told me this and that and the
happened to
other. And they say that because they're trying to get this person in bed. Or
Exactly.
they're saying that because they're
Well,
trying to play
yeah,
with
but
this person's
this-
mind.
And then if they
You
know
gotta
that
know
you're a
what you
child of
prayed
God,
for.
and
Absolutely.
they know how, because you're basically, when you're being yourself, you're you're letting people know how to get you. My ex,
Yeah.
my recent ex, that's how he pursued me. You know,
He told you-
knew I
you
was a
told
child
him
of God.
everything that you
I told him
wanted.
I'm a preacher's kid. I told him all
Yeah,
of
that's
that,
the thing.
and he used that. Actually, said that God said that I was his God.
But you know He didn't
with
lie.
The, with the,
You know He didn't lie. Let me tell you why.
we not together no more.
No, but let me tell you why He didn't lie. You got to understand what God it is.
Right.
That's
Oh,
the issue that
right,
people have.
right.
Well,
So
see,
God came to me
one
and told
God.
me, God said, listen, Renata, you have to understand when people come and say God said, it's not that they're lying. It's that you don't know what God it is.
Right.
Girl,
But let me just say
this man told me to
God,
go to heaven and talk
this
to my
the thing.
daddy, girl.
You gotta know what you ask God
I'm a
for.
mess.
And God will never give you something that you don't ask for. I asked God for a husband, but He also told me there was some things I had to do to receive that.
And you
gift.
did that.
Mm-hmm.
I had to restrain myself, and a lot of us don't want to do that.
But that's not everybody's calling either.
Right.
Right.
But
everybody
you
gonna
want
have
the
different
blessing,
ways.
but you don't want the sacrifice, and you don't want to do what it takes. Everything in life is a sacrifice.
Well, now to be fair, some people may not know what they need to do, and
Exactly,
that's the
Rhonda.
reason
I
why
agree
you
with
pray
that.
for discernment.
That's right.
Because I can think that I'm preparing myself. Just like some of these girls that we like to talk about because they're wearing the short skirts and everything.
I wear 'em.
What? Yeah, I like to wear something a little
my booty
sexy.
shorts.
Yeah. I know. But my
too.
point is though,
Hello.
there are some women out there who think that that's what they have to do to get a man.
And
So
that's
they
What
No.
about us that enjoy wearing that?
No,
I
wait.
like wearing my
Don't
short
get,
skirts.
no,
okay?
don't get me
I
wrong.
get
No.
more men
Wait,
on my long
wait,
dresses
stop,
than
stop,
anything.
Because men
stop.
are hunters.
Time out.
That's
Stop. That's not what I'm saying.
Tell me
I'm
what
not
you're
talking.
saying.
What I'm saying is there are some women out there who feel like
They do.
they have
She
to
right.
dress a certain way
Understood.
Right.
to get a man.
But
They
remember,
have
the
to
way
act
you
a
dress is
certain
what
way
you attract.
to get.
That's
Not
true, too, in a
necessarily.
Oh,
way.
that's true.
Because sometimes I dress too churchy. I don't even want a clean cut 9 to 5. I want me a thug boy. I want somebody.
No.
I do. Let me
I
say
want a
because
thug.
I do. Because guess
I
what?
got me
I
a
done
clean
dated.
man.
Let me tell
I
you.
want a
done
classy
dated-
man who has a little hood.
I
in
got
him.
a little. I got me a chameleon there. I call it.
Let me
Okay,
tell
wait.
you
I think we have to go to break, y'all.
Okay, we gotta-
This is a good time to
Mr. Producer Man, do we have to go to break?
I think it's a good time.
Okay, I think we have to
hot
go to
here.
break. All right, so we're gonna take a commercial. I see some of y'all.
Getting hot.
You're doing the little highs and you're doing the little thumbs up. I want y'all to call in.
Call in. Ask some questions.
Oh, wow.
All right. All right, this is your girl, Dr. Rhonda M Lawson. I am with Christine Penn, Joy Orleans, and Miss Renada Collins. We are talking about relationships. So now we're going into the second half of the show. After this break, we want to hear from you guys. We'll be right back.
Interesting.
Y'all are funny.
New Orleans Talk Network, now on your mobile device, on your computer, in your ear, and interactive. It's new, it's innovative, and it's on your mobile device. Android, iPhone, iPad, and on your computer. Take us wherever you go. Because we're interactive. 504-341-TALK. That's 504-341-8255.
New year, new show. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl, Dr. Rhonda M Lawson, and I'm coming back at you with the new year of Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions. And this year, we're moving to Monday night with brand new exciting guests and engaging literary conversation. And we want our listening audience to be there with us because this is going to be a year you will not forget. Catch us every Monday night, 7 p.m., right here on the New Orleans Talk Network. And you can also reach us on the Meet the World Image Solutions Facebook page, the Meet the World Image Solutions YouTube page, and we're on Podbean, iTunes, and Google Play. So catch us every Monday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. See you there.
The New Orleans Talk.
That's a good point. And we're back. So I've had a few people asking what the number is, so I'm expecting y'all to be calling in a minute. But Renata just brought up a good point. Just because you're single does not mean that you have to sit like this and twiddle your thumbs until your relationship comes. You can date. You can have fun. Now, I'm not telling you to go sleeping with everybody you meet. You save that.
Yeah.
But what I am saying is, it is
Enjoy your
okay to
life.
date. Enjoy yourself.
Yeah, travel, do some things that you couldn't do. I know a lot of women say I want to be married, but marriage comes with a lot.
It does.
It comes with your life changes tremendously. Trust me, I know.
Well, one thing I realized when I went. Oh, I'm sorry. We got a caller coming in. Okay, caller, are you there? Caller? Okay, but we're gonna give him a chance to get. All right, but one thing I realized when I was in a relationship. Hi.
Oh, hi. I have a question.
Okay. What's your question?
So, my question is, so this episode is about relationships.
Yes.
What do you do in the event that you were unaware that you thought you heard God telling you that a relationship was for you, and you find out later that it's not?
Praying for discernment.
Yeah.
Yes.
Remember, you got to understand what God.
Yes, back to
Yeah.
regardless
Mhm.
what God, because
God.
one thing about God is when God tell you something, it lines up with His word.
Yep.
If it doesn't line up with His word, then it's not from Him. Because God told us in His word that it is better for us to marry
Right.
than to burn. So the thing is, we have to take God's word as it is. We can't add from it, can't take from
That's
it.
right.
But we also know
Mhm.
what we prayed for. So it's back to what Rhonda said, the spirit of discernment.
Can I say this
Yeah.
too? Again, remember, God will never command anything to you for as a relationship as another human being, because God give us free will.
Right.
God may have presented the situation to you, and then it's for you to be able to take that and say, you know what, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. So my next thing is when I told God, I say, okay, God, you're presenting these people to me. Now what? I say, so when you present him to me, give me the ability to operate so that I
Yes.
can have the full opportunity that it
Mhm.
is presented.
And what goes along with that also is even if you do feel like God put this person in your life, go with the flow and get to know that person. You don't have to make it totally serious right away. You don't have to jump in bed 3 days after you meet them.
That's true.
I mean, go
That's
ahead
true.
and just have fun.
Have fun.
Have fun. But, and you know, and then here's the other thing. If you do jump into bed right after you meet them, I'm not telling you to do it, but if you do jump into bed, that does not automatically mean that's your man.
Right. Can I say something? Sex is amazing. And the thing about sex
Mhm.
is you can no longer lie. When the Bible said, and he knew her and she became flesh of my flesh, bones of my bones, what happens is you could ignore the intuition that you get after sex, but what happens is you now have
A
a
connection.
tie.
Right.
Yeah.
So them antennas go off.
Soul
And
So-
ties.
sometimes it
ties.
take years,
That's
girl,
why
to
it's
get
very
rid of
Yes.
it.
You got to be very
Like,
I mean,
careful.
the relationship I was in it for 2 years. The first year we were together, nobody could tell me we weren't getting married.
Wow.
That second year, I was like, nobody could tell me that we weren't going to get married.
Next question. Exactly.
That was pretty good.
I'm just saying. I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
So did we
It
help
takes
you with
time
your
to get-
question?
Is she still there? I think she might not be there anymore. Okay. So I forgot the point I was trying to make before the caller came on.
Well, she said single, being single.
Okay.
About being single and dating. I know that's, but she had another point.
Yeah, there was another point
She was
that I
like,
was.
can you enjoy just being single
Yeah,
without
yeah, you can
feeling
you
like
can
you have to
date.
be in
I
a
think a part of
relationship?
that is being honest, though.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because just because you meet a guy and that guy really likes you does not mean that that's the one that you need to be with. No.
I think you need to be upfront when you first meet.
No, but that's what what I'm saying is you don't want to get into that pick Misha type situation. Just because the guy says, I pick you, I choose you, I like you, does not mean that that's the one that you need to be with. That might not be the person that God intends for you.
Yes.
Just because he likes
Oh,
you.
Lord,
Absolutely.
thank you. I know.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Just because somebody said, I think I'm going to make you my wife one day, does not mean that all of a sudden you're engaged.
That's true.
Yeah.
Take
see,
time to
I
still
had to
get to
learn
know
it the
that
hard
person.
way.
Me too. We all
learn
had
it the
to.
hard way, yes.
But
Yeah.
relationships take time, and I just feel like the more time you put into them, the more you get to know the person, the more you discover things about him you did not even know. Because when I was single, I was single.
Mhm.
I guess I was married for so long, I didn't know me anymore.
Right.
So I wanted to get to know me again. So I guess I wasn't in a hurry to settle down or find the right one. I mean, it was coming to me left and right, so I didn't have to go looking. But when I was single, I enjoyed my singleness.
Right, and I think that's the thing. I think we get so miserable because we want to be in a relationship so badly. And then when we get into that relationship, it's not what we thought it would be. So we're still miserable.
Right.
So we forget to enjoy ourselves while we have the time. Oh, that was the point I was going to make. When I was in a relationship, I noticed that I was giving a lot of my time to the person that I was in a relationship with. And sometimes things would slide. But when we weren't together, let's say he had gone out of town or whatever, I was able to spend more time working on my business. I spent more time working on my books.
That's the thing about
You know,
being single.
and so yeah, that's the good thing
It
about
is.
being single. You have more time to focus on
You do.
yourself, and you have more self development. But when you're with your boo, you want to be all booed up, and sometimes we
I like
forget.
to be booed up too.
I like to be booed up too. I love it. But what I'm saying is, if I'm always booed up,
It's cuddle season.
when I'm cuffing season's coming.
Oh, cuffing season.
Call me.
You got the right words.
Call me. Cuffing season's coming. But what I'm saying is, when we're booed up all the time,
Cold outside.
when we're booed up all the time, we forget that there's other things that we have to do. There are other
That's
important
right.
things.
That's
You know,
true.
You lose yourself
on a
sometimes.
Saturday morning, you all snuggled up and you don't want to get out the bed. If you were by yourself, you would have got out the bed. You would have gone running, or you would have gone to the
That's
store.
That's the truth. You're telling the
It's funny.
truth.
It's funny we having this, but I know you girls might get mad with me.
Oh,
Come on,
goodness.
talk to us. Let's see. Let's say.
We can handle it.
But I think the man is the one that picks, not the woman.
Oh, that's a lie. Why you say that? Let me tell you. You ready for me to tell you
Yeah,
my
go
situation?
ahead.
So I asked
But
God
I
about
want to know
that.
why
Can
you think that. Can
Okay,
she just
yeah,
say that? And why do you think that?
Because the man is the one that asks the woman.
The man is the hunter.
Yeah, he's the
All right.
hunter.
I could
You
dig it. I
are
could
the
dig it.
one that is the receiver. So a man can walk up into this room and see all four of us, and he has a chart.
Mm-hmm.
We only got one choice. That's him. If he walk in here, okay.
Mhm.
But he might say, I like you as a girlfriend. I like you as a friend. I like you as a friend, but I like you as a wife.
I agree with all of what you just said, but let's say we're going to use Tarek as an example. Tarek's probably like, what? Don't really bring me into this. Tarek walks in here and he chooses one of us. We still have the option of saying, yes,
No.
Tarek, I want
Or
to be
no.
with you, or no, Tarek, I would
Okay,
rather us
right.
just be friends.
Okay, but what? Let me ask you this. Go back to what you said. I want you not to put you on the spot,
I'm good with it. Come on.
but collaborate a little about what you said about your relationship.
Which one?
The one you said that it was a.
Can I respond to you
It was
before we
on.
go to her thing so she can get some time to think about it? Because I really want to I really want to respond to what you had said
Mm-hmm.
because I had a personal communication with God because you know in the Bible it says he who finds a woman finds a good thing
Right.
and obtain favors of
Who
the
who
Lord.
finds a wife?
Right, so I asked God. I said, Lord, what is this? I said, how you give me free will at one time? Now you tell me I
Because the
gotta-
Bible is
Hold on.
contradiction.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. When you listen,
Yes,
watch
it
this.
is.
Watch my to help you out.
Okay.
So he said, he who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor of the Lord. God said, look, Renata, women are complex, right? So I'm not saying that he has to find it with the eyes. He said he has to search you. He has to be able to get to know you. Because when his friends think you crazy, he gonna understand why you're still the best thing to have.
All right.
Okay?
Mhm.
So he's not saying he who finds.
No, I know you're not saying
He's
that.
saying that he's going to obtain favor because when everybody else should have said no, he's going to be like, whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So God said
Yes.
you have the right to choose. You have the right to choose. I'm not that controlling.
Right. Because I'm,
You know?
I'm
And
gonna
so
tell
you
you
see what
now.
I'm saying?
If there's a womanizer out there who says, Rhonda, I want you, I'm not gonna just go with him just because he said he wants me. I already know he's a womanizer. Why would I put myself into that
But
situation?
you know,
God said
I
that.
hate to tell y'all, listen, I don't mean no disrespect, but I just think in my mind,
Mhm.
I guess it's just the relationships and experience I have. I just feel any woman can change a man. And I
Ooh,
know
I
a
ain't got
lot.
time for that.
And, well, I understand that. I understand that. But you got to think about you. When we go into these relationships, we're not always put together either.
That's what I mean.
But
That's
we
him.
emphasize so
That's-
much on the man.
No, the thing about it is,
As women,
He
we're
good.
nurturers, you know.
Yeah,
but
we
the thing,
are.
But the thing
We're
about it is,
nurturers.
this is where I'm at now. Like some guys, like this one particular guy who I really do like. I should say his name. We was in
You want to throw it out there?
We was in a 4-day relationship, so they should remember that one. Yeah, girl. So, but the thing about it is, sometimes when men, because we are all powerful, every one of us right
Yeah.
here are powerful, and because our men, especially within the Black community, are put down, they don't have the self-esteem as which they feel they should have in some cases. I'm not saying all of them. So when they meet a powerful woman like yourself, you know what I'm saying? Many of them are intimidated
They are.
by us.
They are.
But you know what? I'm like, boy, you don't even know I like your socks. You ain't even got to change them suckers. I'm Gucci, boo.
But
you know, this fool told me I was an exquisite waste of time. Now I know he know who I'm talking about.
Oh,
That thing said you was an exquisite waste
you
of time.
didn't say that about my girl.
He did. But it was okay.
Wow.
But it wasn't
That's
because
all right.
it wasn't a reflection of me.
Mhm.
It was a reflection of
It
him.
was.
But now he's still great to me in my book. And the thing about it is, I don't want to change him. I don't have no desire to change him because you're cool the way you are. See, the way I am now is I either consider if when I meet a person, if it's a deal breaker or it's a go. But I don't want to. The moment I say this is how I help myself, right? The moment I have a thought that he needs to be changed, I remove myself.
Well, this is the thing. What's the deal breaker? What's the deal breaker to you in a relationship?
Well, abuse.
Of course.
Well, yeah,
Abuse is a deal breaker to me.
Is cheating a deal breaker?
If he tells me about it, it's
Absolutely.
not.
Well,
If he tells me about it, it's not cheating anymore. We got all these people with their side pieces and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Just give me the choice to make up my decision.
that's the
exactly.
thing.
Give me the choice.
I mean,
Now, I would
have-
say-
yeah, I'm
I
just
don't
saying.
deal with
I
cheating.
will say this. This is
I don't deal with it. No, I'm
I'm
the one, the only one.
I
we
absolutely
do. We ain't
I agree.
doing it.
I agree with
I'm
that.
sorry.
But what I'm
I don't
saying
share.
is when you lie,
I don't
when you
share.
lie, you've taken
Now you-
away
I'm
No,
my
I'm
opportunity
offended
to
that you
choose.
lied to me.
I
No.
don't share.
Yeah.
That's all. I don't share.
I'm not saying I want to share either, but what I'm saying is don't
Right,
lie to
don't
me
lie
about
to
it
me.
because
Right.
you're taking away my right to choose.
I don't
You think
care.
what- and you know what?
And
I
that's
think
the deal breaker
I'm
for me.
offended.
Yeah.
I'm offended that you lied to me. Not even about the act.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm offended. You offended me. Do you think I'm that stupid?
But
But I go right in that. I go right
The
right
thing
in my
about it is-
relationships.
Wait,
Let them know.
ladies, we have another caller.
Uh-oh.
Caller.
Hey, caller. Caller. Tarek messing with me. Okay. Okay. Tarek. Caller, are you there?
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, big sis.
Hey, little sis.
So I had to get up in this conversation. I'm an old veteran at this marriage thing, you know?
Ah. All right.
Okay, so I've been hearing, I've been listening and everything. But one thing that I see that women they don't have a good definition of is dating versus courting.
Absolutely.
Courting is what me and Marvin did before we said, okay, we're going to be with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Dating is I'm going to go on this date, and then I'm going to go on this date, and then I'm going to go on this date. But I'm not in a relationship with nobody.
Exactly.
I call that friends.
But
with
the
benefits
thing
to
about
be.
women, though, is when they go on this date, and then they see the same man on another date, then it's like, oh, well, wait. He was with me yesterday, but he was dating you.
Right.
You don't have no
Right.
handcuffs on him.
No
Right.
commitment.
So
Absolutely
you got to
right.
play the game how it's supposed to be played. You can't get mad when you see that man out with another
Gotta be
man,
upfront.
with another woman,
That's what I said.
Or another
Be
man.
and then
Right.
you out with another man the next day.
Right.
You can't,
be
it
upfront.
can't be all right with me, but not all right with him.
Right. You got to be upfront.
She's absolutely right, and that's why I said it's all about honesty. If
Honesty.
you don't want to
Yeah,
be in a
honesty.
relationship,
You have to be
if you
honest.
want to
That's
date,
what I said. Be
wrong,
yeah.
but
upfront.
just be
when
honest.
you meet that person,
Mhm.
let them know upfront what is this.
don't have that
situation
man
about.
thinking that he's your man
Right,
if
when
he's
he's
not your
not.
man.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
I
And it's
agree
all
with that.
about standards.
Right.
I have
Values.
high standards as far as I'm concerned. I'm a
I
Capricorn.
understand.
And my standards are, if I'm dating you, you're only dating me while I'm dating you. And then if we're going to transition into courtship, it's going to just be one-on-one, and if it go further, then it's going to always be one-on-one. If we decide that it's not going to work,
just
then
let me
as
know.
long as we
Yeah.
know what's going on, long as we
Exactly. Let me know what I'm
communicate,
dealing with.
communication.
But the only way you can know what's going on is you got to have that first conversation so
Right.
y'all can be on the same page.
Well, that's how it was with
Right.
my husband.
This is what I feel. And this is my opinion. I'm not even saying I follow this though, but this is an opinion. I feel that when you're dating and it's multiple people, I feel good once you choose me because now you have it measured against something.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If you're dating a person that's just one-on-one, how do you know you really want to be with this person?
Well, because they was dating before we dated. You know,
Yeah, but
I'm saying,
how many
like,
dates you
I'm
got?
gonna use my personal relationship, my last relationship as an example. We were both dating, and when we decided to date, we're gonna date, and we're gonna see if this is gonna go further or it's gonna end right here, and then you go date someone else. That's just my take on it. I'm not saying it's 100% right, but this is just the way I roll.
Right.
Everyone
'Cause when I
roll
met my
different,
husband up
and that's
front,
how I
I
roll.
asked him.
You know, he was 11 years older than me.
He was
well,
dating
so-
other women, but for some kind of reason, they all vanished.
Exactly.
I asked him.
When-
I just think women, we have to be upfront, and then we have to accept.
And then
what's being
you
told
present
to us.
what
Right.
what
You can't
want.
make something out of
Ladies.
something that you want.
The key is making sure that you communicate, and then
Communication is the
if
key.
you decided, okay, I'm just gonna date, then you, as they say, you play your position.
Right.
Don't be worried about what that
That's-
other person
you're
is
right.
doing.
I'm right.
But part of that is
That's
do
true.
not jump into bed
All
with this person.
participants are muted.
You do not jump into bed with this person right away. If that's we're gonna get them. You just don't jump into that in the bed with that
I
person
agree
right
with you,
away.
Rhonda's
Yeah,
right.
play your position.
A lot of women.
Yeah.
I asked my husband. I asked my husband. We always have these conversations about relationships. And I asked him. I said, "What do you think?" He said, "Women give it up too easy. Men like challenges."
All right, new caller. What's going on? Caller, are you there?
Yeah.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
I do.
Okay, hi.
Hi.
Okay, I'm calling in because after I heard the last caller, that was key right there. And I think you and this is Terry, by the way.
Hey, Terry.
Your soror.
Yes.
Anyway, the key to all of this, I've been single for the last 3 years. And men just don't know how to court anymore at all. And I was piggybacking because I can't see y'all, so I don't know what else was said after that. But yeah, and I think that is my biggest beef with the whole dating, and I don't even want to date because it's such a turn off that they don't know how to court you anymore. Not like they used to.
Right.
So, I mean, I was making a comment, not a question. I was piggybacking off of what was said. So I can't see you, so I didn't know what was said after. But
oh, no, I appreciate you calling in, Terry. But there used to be a time when a man would come over to come sit with you to visit, or he would say, I would like to take you out to dinner, or let's go take a walk in the park. Those were actual dates where you had time to get to know one another.
It was fun.
But now,
yes, you did.
Yeah, but now it seems to turn into a Netflix and chill type situation where you're just sitting there watching a movie, or you go. I don't believe that. I don't believe going to the movie should be anybody's first date. You don't get a chance to really get to know each other.
Well, this the thing I have to say. As women, do we just settle for that?
I think sometimes women do.
I don't.
I don't. Yeah, we may not.
That's why I'm saying.
Yeah, we may not, but there are women who will settle
Because
for
I
that.
always used to tell them, I got a TV at my own house. I'm not coming to your house. Like there was this one guy I dated in Maryland. And every time I would call him, he wanted me to come. I said, "Well, they don't make restaurants no more. They don't got parks. They don't got museums."
Right.
He called me everything. I said, "When I meet a real man, I'll know one. I was haven't met one.
Right.
Click,
Boom.
and he called and called. I don't got time for you."
Tarek, do we have a new caller, or did you just not erase that?
No, I was just listening. I'm going to hang up.
Oh, no, you good, Tarek?
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
Well, I guess that's probably a good time to end the show. It's almost 8:00. I know.
No.
But I mean, we want to make sure that we want to give everybody time to talk a little bit about themselves. So we're going to start with Miss Christine Penn. And the name of her book is Girls Stop Tripping. And she tripping on that picture with that little wink. So where can people find your book?
They can find it on Amazon.
Black and gold to the Super Bowl from the Fuku Ray. Fuku Ray, let's go to
big deal going on.
Flashbacks of 2010. We are unstoppable, undeniable, incredible and strong. That's why I sing this song. I still believe. I still believe. I still believe. Yeah, we will prevail. We are unstoppable. We're undeniable, incredible and strong. That's why I sing this song. I still believe. I still believe in the golden light. I still believe never gonna change that. I'm back to feet, but already on
That's my
this is a
favorite.
team. Big facts. Caught up on the goal line. Breaking records, who that number 9? Going strong. Defensive line. Persevering, who's that still believe?
I'm always doing it on person.
Yeah, it's
We will prevail. We are unstoppable.
That's what I did for Thanksgiving. That's Black Friday. So please follow me on Facebook.
Please get loud for that first down in the Crescent Town Super Bowl bound. Stay up here, cool like some hunters. Give me some run, the game won.
And what I love about it is the whole
Who that nation still believes. I still believe.
Okay, now, we're almost there. Before we go into this, Renada, I'm going to tell y'all once again about the Saints versus Titans football trip that we have coming up December 20th and 23rd. Please let you folks know about it. About 10 more people onto the bus. So if you want more information about that, and Tarek is not showing my flyer. Not that flyer. That flyer.
There we go.
Okay. But we want you on the bus. If you want more information about the trip, then make sure that you give us a call, 504-505-5894, or you can go to the Meet the World Image Solutions Facebook page. Don't forget Black History Month 2020 is coming up February 28th and 29th. We want you to be a part of it. Everybody here has been a part of this event. Yeah, Christine was a part of our first event. Renata, you were a part of the second event. And you were part of the third event.
Yeah. Wow.
That's awesome.
It was awesome.
So, yeah, make sure you guys come out. Tickets are already on sale. Early bird tickets are on sale now. They'll be on sale till December 31st, and then the price goes up. We have Black Friday coming up. So if you have books that you need edited, if you have exposure that you need, this is the time to get with us. So we're doing 50% off on editing, press releases, some publicity assistance. So give us a call on that. And we also have a partnership with Swagger Magazine, where for only $60, you will get a 30-minute interview on this show, as well as social media push, email blast, and a website feature on the Swagger Magazine website. So we have a lot going on. These specials will be good until the end of the year. We want you to be a part of it. Now, I said all of that first because I want to tell you about Miss Joy Orleans right here. This woman is bad. And now, like I said, she was the featured singer during our Black History Month Literary Weekend last year. And she has this really awesome video, and asked Tarek to show a little bit of it. That's why I played you for last.
He have the right for the version?
I don't know.
Okay.
Are we about to find out?
That's not it.
That's not it? Ooh. Can we show it anyway? No.
I was looking at that earlier.
Oh, why can't you say something?
I wasn't sure.
Okay, well, she has. What's Tarek doing?
That's not it, Tarek. That's not it.
Okay, I don't know what Tarek's doing right now. Okay, we can't find the video, but
Black and gold to the Super Bowl. From the
Well, this is how you can find it.
Full
Go to
parade,
YouTube
and
and put in I Still Believe by Joy Orleans. of the song, which is great. But the official music video you will find on YouTube under Joy Arlene. I still believe, and I think
That's why I sing this song. I still believe.
I believe the front cover is
I still believe.
yeah, so really guys know that. Directed
We will prevail. We are unstoppable. We're undeniable.
by brought my
Incredible and strong.
yeah,
That's why I sing this song. I still believe. Still believe in the gold and black. I still believe, never gonna change that.
I still believe.
A bad defeat, but already
Okay, and
bounced
so what
back.
else did you have for
This
us?
is our team.
Well,
Big
I'm
facts.
still singing,
Caught up on the home goal line. Breaking records, who that number 9? Going strong, defensive line. Persevere, who that still believes.
But if you
I
go to my
still
website,
believe. I still believe, yeah. We will prevail. We are unstoppable. We're undeniable. Incredible and strong. That's why I sing this song. I still believe. Get loud for that first down in the Crescent Town Super Bowl bound. Stand up, get crunk, brutal like some Huns. Intercept, run, another game won. 2911 plans for prosperity since 1967 in the Big Easy. Represent black and gold and that Florida lead. Who that nation still believes. I still believe. I still believe, yeah. We will prevail. We are unstoppable. We're undeniable. Incredible and strong. That's why I sing this song. I still believe. Mostly dirty birds, cowboys in the dirt. Had the Rams by the horn, who that nation shirts. Champion bling, Super Bowl ring. Chopper style, second line, Peyton, who that king. Roasted dirty birds, cowboys in the dirt. Had the Rams by the horn, who that nation shirts. Champion bling, Super Bowl ring. Chopper style, second line, Benson got his wings. Still believe, never gonna change that. A bad defeat, but already bounced back. This is our team, big facts. Caught up on the home goal line. Breaking records, who that number 9? Going strong, defensive line. Persevere, who that still believes. I still believe. I still believe, yeah. We will prevail. We are unstoppable. We're undeniable. Incredible and strong. That's why I sing this song. I still believe. Fans get loud for that first down in the Crescent Town Super Bowl bound. Stand up, get crunk, brutal like some Huns. Intercept, run, another game won. 2911 plans for prosperity since 1967 in the Big Easy. Represent black and gold and that for the lead. Who that nation still believes. I still believe. I still believe, yeah. We will prevail. We are unstoppable. We're undeniable. Incredible and strong. That's why I sing this song. I still believe. Mostly dirty birds, cowboys in the dirt. Had the Rams by the horn, who that nation shirts. Champion bling, Super Bowl ring.
Go ahead, girl. Hey. All right, so that was I Still Believe by Joy Orleans. You can go to her YouTube page so you can see the full video. It is awesome. So I want to thank each one of these ladies for joining us tonight. This was a cool conversation. This is a pretty well-rated show. We might need to do this more often.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah.
Time went by really fast.
It really did. It really did. So I want to thank you all for joining us. And come back next week. We're going to be featuring some more authors. And then we're also, the week after, going to have a live show. I mean, I'm talking studio audience and everything. We're going to be featuring a gospel singer. And we would love for you guys to come out and join us live right here in the New Orleans Talk Network studios. It's totally free of charge. We're going to be interviewing him. He's going to be performing. And we want you guys to be here for that. So that is going to be December 9th. But December 2nd, we're going to have two authors, Miss LaTracy Drux and Miss Lorna L.A. Lewis. We're going to be talking with them on the 2nd. And then on the 9th is when we're going to have the live show right here in the studio. And we want you to be here for both of those shows. So once again, ladies, thank you so much. Thank you all for joining us tonight. If you're new to the show, this is the way we roll. We have a good time. I would love for you to go to the Meet the World Image Solutions Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter pages. Give us a like, give us a follow, and a subscribe. Help us to grow this show so we can continue to give you guys more awesome content just like this. And that's all we have.
Good night.
Good night. Bye.
This
was nice, yo. I enjoyed myself.
Year 2019 is going to be an exciting time in the city of New Orleans, and we want you to be a part of it. If you have a book, an event, or a business that you would like to promote right here on Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions, contact us at www.mtwimagesolutions.com or info@mtwimagesolutions.com.